Hello everyone, it's Leo, and I was going to record Ask Cinnamon right now, but I was browsing the questions and there were two questions that I found really interesting to talk about and make a video about both of them. So I'm going to read both of them now and, talk about this subject specifically. One was done by Beth F, and she asked, what are your thoughts on the songs in Star Twinkle's image song file? And the other one is from Yukari Kotazume Love, and she asked, what's your favorite character song out of Star Twinkle Cures? And what's your least favorite vocal song? So I decided to do a video talking about this album as a whole, the Star Twinkle Precure image vocal file. Is that the name of the album? Star Twinkle Precure image song file. That's a very strange name for me. And I decided to, I've listened to the album quite a few times and I just want to give my opinions on it. Beforehand, I just want to say that if you want to listen to the album legally, you'd probably have to go on websites like CD Japan, Amazon, HMV, and buy the album. Because the album is not available on Apple Music or Spotify or legally on YouTube. But, there are some other options which I won't talk about. YouTube. And I will really not talk about them here. Torrent. But anyways, I have heard the album and I am going to be honest by saying that I was really expecting more from this album. I think that the first thing that I was expecting more from was from the character songs. I think they're honestly the worst part of this album, even though there isn't much apart from that. I think that my least favorite part of this album, I'm not gonna say they're the worst because they're not horrible, but I was expecting them to be a little better, to be honest. But I'm gonna talk about the 9 songs, 8 songs actually, because one of them is Pape Pipi Romantic, and you guys know how much I love that song, and since it's not really from this album, I don't think I have much to say about it. But anyways, the first song from this album is the opening song from Star Twinkle, but sung by the 5 Cures. And I thought that this was a very nice version of the opening. I think that, honestly, it worked as a rebrand of the opening with new voices. And I like the voices from the girls, the Precures, the Cures from Star Twinkle. I like their voices. At some point of the song, I thought it was a little crowded. It had too much going on with it. But, overall, it's a good version. Not better than the original one for me, but it's still a good version. The second song from this album is Imagination Halation from Hikaru, Cure Star. You guys know how much I love Cure Star. And I think that the first thing I need to say about the character songs is that you really get another sense of the character after you listen to the song and you read the lyrics. And obviously, since I don't understand Japanese, I have to thank Beth F, who sent the questions, or Oshiete Hibiki on Twitter, because she translated the songs for us on her Twitter page. I'm going to leave the link in the description box so you can check out the translations of the songs. And lyrically, the songs are very good. But my biggest problem, not only with Hikaru songs, but with most songs, from the character songs at least, is the instrumental part. It felt really generic and weak, and honestly, I didn't really think it was a full work. It felt like a demo song, It felt like it needed some work on it, and it didn't feel like it was finished. It seems that they still needed to polish the song, they still needed to complete the song, and I really feel it in Hikaru's one. Musically, it's not that good, and I, for one, I am an advocate for Hikaru's voice actor. I really like her. I think she really matches Hikaru's personality and her character, but I didn't really like her work on this song. I don't really know why, but I think that she went way too much in some notes, and I just didn't really thoroughly enjoy it. And that's basically the same problem I have with the second song, which is called Doki Doki Lalaloon Tour. It's another name that I don't really understand, but this song, I think that it has better vocals than the Hikaru song, but the instrumental part of it is just not really, it doesn't feel finished. It just doesn't feel complete. It doesn't feel like a body of work that is a whole. I don't know. I think that it seems that they had like a little time to work on those songs, and they just rushed and everything was done. So I don't really even have much to say about Lala's song. I think that it's probably the most forgettable song from the album for me. And even though I liked her voice in the song, I think that the best part of it is her voice in the song. Now we get to Soleil's song, Kimi no Sonrisa, and I think that this one had something nice going on to it. It's a good song. Again, the instrumental part still doesn't feel like really complete. It feels like it's missing something. I don't know what it is. But in this song specifically, they tried to go to another direction. They tried to bring this Mexican flavor that comes from Elena as a character and her whole upbringing and her family and everything. And you can feel like the sun is upon you in this song. So it's very matching to who Elena/Soleil is. And the lyrics of the song are also amazing, because they express a lot of those ideals of Elena, trying to make everyone smile and trying to protect the smiles of people. And so I feel like this song is a little better than the first two, because it brings something else. It brings something new, and it matches Elena perfectly. I think that if they had a little more time, or they tried to make it more professional in the background music and the instrumental part, it would have been one of the best character songs we have. And now for Cure Celine's song that I forgot the name, Moonlight Signal. Moonlight Signal. I loved this chorus. And honestly, I like the change of pace in Celine's song, because if you listen to the album like as a whole, you get lots of hyper songs, and then you get to a chiller song with Celine. And one thing that's very interesting about the song is that this song, like when you listen to the song, I instantly think about Purple. I think that it has a Purple vibe to it. I have no way of explaining this, but that's how I feel when I listen to this song. And I like this one. I think that like the instrumental part, when it starts, it's good. And you when it starts, like it has a different tone. It feels like a UFO playing something. And then when I was listening to it, I was like, okay, this song's going to go on a different route. But then it ultimately fails flat on the instrumental part. But again, I like her vocals. I like the lyrics. The lyrics of the song are very good. It talks about Celine not being able to express herself, not being able to show her real self to others, and she's very afraid of doing that, and she prays to the moon to help her. I love the lyrics of the song. That's a very good one, and I believe that it also embodies who Celine is. And now we get to my favorite out of the 5, which is Prism Rainbow Heart. I had to read the name again because I forgot. Prism Rainbow Heart from Pure Cosmo. This is the best song out of the 5 for me, but this is the worst character song for me out of the 5. Because even though I said bad things about the previous songs, they still feel like they match the characters they're tied to. So you have a song in which really embodies Hikaru. You have another song that completely embodies who Soleil is, and so the other girls as well. I think Lala's one is probably the one, like, as I said, it's the most forgettable song out of the 5. So I can't really analyze it, but I think compared to Cosmo's song, it still matches Lala Milky, Lala/Milky. It matches her. But in Cosmo's case, I have no idea what they were thinking with this song. It's Cosmo's voice actor that's singing the song. But it doesn't feel like Cosmo at all. It doesn't feel like Uni at all. It doesn't feel like Mao at all. It doesn't embody her. I really like this song. I think this song is really something else compared to the other 4. But I would never say this song matches Cosmo. Like, if I heard this song randomly, I would say, oh, this is a very good song, but it doesn't even feel like a Precure song. You know, it doesn't. It's a good one, but it doesn't feel like a Precure song. And most specifically, it doesn't match Cure Cosmo at all. Musically, it doesn't match her. So I don't know. I don't even know how to categorize this because, as I said, this is my favorite out of the 5. But at the same time, it's the worst character song if you have to analyze it as a character song because it doesn't feel like one. And then we have Papi Pipi Romantic as the 7th song. You guys know how much I love this one. And then we get to the best part of this album to me. We have one song called To Be Loved, Tobira, which is when I think this song is a mixture of so many different things. And when it starts, it felt like a Naikatsu song to me. In a good way, in a very good way. It felt like a Naikatsu song. And then when the song progresses and then you get to the verse and then you get to pre-chorus, that part really reminded me of Vocaloid songs. Again, in a very good way, you know, because I really like Vocaloid songs when they are not joke songs. I think they're very good. And this one, I think it had this, it really felt like a breath of fresh air inside this album. It's very good. It's very, very good. And it's a happy song. It's a good song for you to listen to and for you to, you know, to just have fun with it. It is awesome. And then the last song, which is called 5 Colors, is, if you compare it to the rest of the album, it's probably the most different one. And I think that this is my favorite song out of the album, out of all of the 9 songs. No, I don't know if I like it better than Papi Pipi Romantic. But comparing the new songs, this one for me is my favorite. I think that this song feels like a prayer to me. You know, if it really feels like a prayer. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but it feels like the characters are praying so that they can become stronger and they can defeat whatever is trying to defeat them, and, you know, light can become stronger than darkness and all of those things that Precure is all about. This one is probably my favorite. I really like it, and I really like when they sing Precure at when the chorus is ending. It's almost over and they sing this part. I love it. So I think that overall, I was expecting a little more from the character songs. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting a little more. But, you know, I feel like Soleil, Celine, and Cosmo's songs are good ones, you know? And as I said, the problem with Cosmo's song is that it doesn't feel like Cosmo at all. But we have another Cosmo song, which is Mao's song. And I feel like it embodies more who she represents, or who she represents when she is as Mao. But this one, I don't feel like that. So, you know, my overall take on the album, I was expecting more from the character songs, but at least I think this album makes it up with the last 2 songs, which are original songs that are very good, and they're very different from each other. You know, one is more like a battle song. I think 5 Colors should really play on the series itself, like maybe at the last battle, or maybe when they revive all the princesses in their first fight with the power-ups. I don't know. This song needs to play on the show because it's very good. Anyways, those were my points, those were my views. So if you listen to the album, please leave a comment and let's keep talking in the comment box. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!